Good morning, guys. All right, we're going to read a book called Sharks, Oceans Alive today. So right at our beginning of the book, we see our table of contents. So it's going to show us that we're going to learn about what are sharks on page 4, parts of a shark on page 8, how sharks hunt on page 16, how sharks eat on page 18. There's a glossary on page 22. To learn more, we can turn to page 23, and then the index will be on page 24. Okay. All right, so sharks are fish. So a lot of people don't think about it, but sharks are actually considered a fish. Sharks come in many shapes and sizes, and so this is a very recognizable shark because of the shape of its head. Can you guess what kind of shark it is? That's right, it's called a hammerhead shark because its head is kind of shaped like a hammer. The whale shark is the biggest shark, is the biggest fish in the ocean. It is longer than a bus. The smallest sharks are the length of a pencil. So think about that. The length of a pencil, you can see this little dwarf shark. Sharks have skeletons made of a soft material called cartilage. Cartilage is light and rubbery. It lets sharks bend their bodies to swim. And so if you think about cartilage, your ear is made out of cartilage. Sharks have tiny scales on their skin. They look like tiny teeth. Many sharks have a pointed snout and large jaws. Sharks have fins. They use their fins to turn and stop in the water, so just like a fish. Sharks have slits near their mouths that they use to breathe. We call these slits gills. Very good. That helps them breathe underwater. Sharks have a fin on their back. Sometimes it pokes above the water. Sharks have a tail. They move it from side to side to help them swim. Some sharks swim fast. They chase fish and chase prey. Some sharks hide on the ocean floor. They grab their prey as they swim by. So you can look, this is a smaller shark, and he's actually camouflaged right in to the bottom of the ocean floor. Some sharks have rows of pointed teeth for tearing food. So very, very sharp teeth. Some sharks have flat teeth for crushing crabs, lobsters, and other animals with shells. So not all sharks have those big teeth that we think about when we think about sharks. Some sharks suck in water and use their filters to catch small plants and animals. Sharks are always on the move. They wander the ocean in search of food. All right, and these are just some of the words we heard. We have that cartilage, which is that strong, bendable material. A shark skeleton is made out of cartilage. A filter is a part of a shark that lets water pass through, but it catches all the small ocean life that's going through it, like the little shrimp and fish and things like that. And then fins are the flaps on a fish body that help it for moving and steering. A fish, this is what makes it a fish. A fish has to be cold-blooded, that lives in the water and has gills, because remember it has to breathe underwater, fins and scales. So sharks have all of those things. And then gills are those slits near their mouth that a fish uses to breathe. Prey is an animal that's hunted by another animal, and scales are small pieces of hard skin over the body. All right, you guys have done such an awesome job. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to do now. You are just going to connect to Seesaw, and you're going to use the microphone, and I just want you to tell me 3 things that you learned about sharks. It might be something that you didn't know. You might not have known that not all sharks have those really sharp teeth. So you could say that some of them have sharp teeth, some of them don't. You might not have known that sharks are considered a fish, or that they have gills that help them breathe underwater. So tell me 3 facts that you learned from our book today, okay? All right, great job, guys.